Okay, today we are going to look at the Lego set Boba Fett's Starship. Now, this set had some, not really controversy, but some people kind of nitpicked it online just because the name changed, since everything that featured this ship beforehand was called Slave One. And no one's really sure who's behind the decision that that name needed to be changed, whether it was a Disney thing or a Lego thing. Somebody decided that Slave One was too controversial and decided to just make it Boba Fett Starship instead. Me personally, I don't care what the set is called. I didn't find Slave One particularly offensive, but I also don't find it being called Boba Fett Starship that big of a deal either. I think it was blown out a little out of proportion online just because it's not that serious, guys. It's a Lego set with a name change. Now, I own every version of the Slave One they've made, going all the way back to the original first one, the very blocky version that came out in 2000, along with Jango Fett Slave One and the Ultimate Collector series. Basically, I have pretty much all of them, other than I think a couple exclusive small blind bags in the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set. But I have all the big versions. So that's kind of my only reason I got this one, because I've gotten all the other versions. I might as well get this. I waited for a while until it went on a decent discount before I picked it up. And I kind of love and hate the newer style that they do with the ships, with the smaller, kind of cuter version that they've been trying to do. So I figured I'll still get it. So today we're going to collect the bounty on it and put it together. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
And here we have Boba Fett Starship. And if you're one of those people who decided to boycott the set because of the name change, then you're not really missing much, honestly. There are older, bigger, better versions of the ship that you probably have gotten in the past. And this one is not quite up to par of those, but it does have a lot of things to it that I do like. Like the 20th anniversary Slave One, it's got this little handle on the back that lets you do all those little whooshy maneuvers. And I love that they've included these in vehicles, just because it's so much easier to hold on to than, I don't know, as a kid how I held on to it, on mine anyway. But it just looks, it's more fun and easier to move around when you're holding it like this, in a piece that's not going to, possibly break off when you're doing, crazy maneuvers that you do if you're a kid. I also like the little cart they included. It gave me lots of flashback to old sets from like the 90s and 2000s when they wanted to up the cost by including a bunch of extra pieces to give you a little cart to, drive pilots or cargo or whatever around. It does double as a way to display the ship, but I don't feel like it's really sturdy enough as it being a method for that. It just seems like, if I walk by it too hard, it's going to topple over. So I don't really like it in that regards, but I do like its inclusion. It gave me some nostalgia. Now, if you're worried about missing out on the figures that are in this set, the only thing you're not getting is this cape that the Mandalorian has. Otherwise, he's almost the exact same figure that comes with the Microfighter, except he's got a solid black head instead of a colored tan head with a face. And the Boba Fett is the same one that comes with the Micro Slave 1 that came out, which is also, both of them actually fantastic little sets to get. Other things I liked about this set is it did scale down fairly well. It does look pretty cool even at the size of the chibi scale, I guess you could call it, what they've been doing with the figures. I also like these designs for the guns on the front are very well done. The cargo hatch on the bottom works fairly well. This Gamorrean and Carbonite will go in there smoothly, no issues. And like I said, the swishability is fantastic. There are a few stickers in the set, but nothing that I think is worth complaining about. It's a decent version of the Slave 1, and I'm glad I did pick it up, even if I did wait a while to get it. So if you're somebody who's gotten all of the versions of Boba Fett's ship all the way back to the very first one, and you just gotta have all of them in your collection, then you won't be too disappointed you got this one. Honestly, I don't hate it. It's a lot easier to display too, thanks to its smaller size. Some of those bigger ones like the UCS, I just don't have room to put up. I'd love to, but I don't. So this version's nice in that regard too, and I think it's a good scale for kids to be able to play with it. Like those big ones, it's kind of tough for those little hands to move it around properly. Even as much as I love the 20th anniversary set, I think this one is a great for little builders to play with. And that's it for the build video. Here's a hint at the next unboxing video. Leave a guess in the comments what you think it is, or leave me a suggestion on something I could unbox or build for the next video. Until then, stay safe, happy hunting.
And Boba Fett.